It's Edmonton and Chicago as the Oilers wrap up a 3-game homestand here tonight on Hockey Night in Canada. And as they gun for win number 6, we bring in Sportsnet's Gene Principe. Gene, always appreciate your time as the Oilers, they're looking to bounce back a little bit after a disappointing third period and overtime against the Rangers. Yet they still have picked up 4 points in their last 3 games, but this group knows, Gene, that they have a lot more to give.
Yeah, it feels a bit weird, Tony. It seems so much doom and gloom. Yeah. It feels like they're 1-10 or 1-8, and it's weird. And I don't know exactly where that comes from, but I think I would start with expectations, and that starts in their own room. This isn't just about fans who fill Rogers Place or are watching from wherever they are in or out of oil country. They just expect a lot of themselves, and so that's what I think you're feeling and seeing. Against Utah, it wasn't a good first period, then it was a better second and third. Yeah. Against the New York Rangers, it was a better first and second, but not a better third, and then the overtime defeat. So these players hold themselves highly accountable on what they should be doing, and the fact that it's November, I think we all sort of feel like Octobers have been a bit up and down for Edmonton over the past few seasons, but they really start to pick it up in November, so I would expect that could potentially happen tonight.
I had to say I got a little distracted because the Chicago Blackhawks are skating behind us, and it looks like the Oil Kings, some sort of dance crew, is practicing with their music blasting, so perhaps a little bit of mind games from the Edmonton teams here. Of course, the Oilers are hoping to keep their winning ways against the Chicago Blackhawks, 8-1 in their last 9 games. Now, Chris Knoblauch elects to change the lines a little bit, now going 12-6 again. Noah Philp and Curtis Lazar come in. David Tomashek comes out, which means Jack Roslovic, Gene, is getting a net front look on the Oilers' first power play unit.
Well, Jack is a proven goal scorer in this league, and you show up, and despite the fact that you've been training and working out, there's no way to make up for a missed training camp until you get here and you start playing. But I tell you what, Tony, the first couple of games as he was kind of finding his way into the lineup, compared to the last couple of games, I mean, I see the guy that the Oilers see. The guy who has a great set of hands, wonderful offensive abilities, to me fits in on lines 1 and 2 very comfortably. It's not pushing somebody up to a point where you're like, I don't know if they can do this. Jack Roslovic can do this and has done it. And I like the opportunity that he has. Chris Knoblauch described that David Tomashek, who's sort of been the net front presence without Zach Hyman. Now it's Roslovic, right-handed player, and I love what Coach said. Like, he could actually transport the puck and carry it in, but we don't really need that. We're okay on that front, but they do need someone out front, and he's the next guy who gets the opportunity. He appears to have the size, the strength, and the touch, and we see how it fits tonight for him.
Do you still marvel at how McDavid brings that puck?
Oh, yeah. You get used to it, but you never really get used to it, and it was a nice reminder from Chris Knoblauch because we see it all the time. And, of course, Leon is adept at doing that. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins has done it when necessary. But Connor is the guy that leads the way. And it was interesting when he was out last year and they were kind of, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins kind of took it, or Leon, and they're like, well, there's nobody like Connor to get that puck from your end to their end and get set up for the power play.
He certainly makes it look easy. And the other Connor playing tonight makes it look easy, putting the puck in the back of the net. He had a hat trick 4 days ago against the Ottawa Senators. He's got 4 goals in his last 3 games. Of course, number 98 is somebody that the Oilers have to game plan against. But when you look at the overall collective and the body of work from the Chicago Blackhawks this season, 27 of their 36 goals this season, Gene, have come at even strength. This is a team that's dynamic at 5-on-5.
Well, I think, Tony, and we lived it here, when you get a first overall pick, and it's a first overall pick like Connor Bedard, the expectation is that you will start winning, and I think it's good for the league. It's good for Chicago, an original 6 hockey club. It's a wonderful city with a fantastic sports history, and I don't want to get too melodramatic about it, but you want teams that are not good to become good. Otherwise, what is the point of all this? What is the point of the failures in order to eventually have success? And it's still early, but Connor himself individually is starting to have success. As we've seen, you can't do it on your own, and it's happening as a team. And I love that. And I will never get tired of Connor versus Connor. I mean, that is a battle that they're built differently. They're different players. They have the same name, but that's about it. They have different games. The other thing they have in common is offensive success and leading hockey clubs. So I think it's a great Saturday night to have Chicago in town to take on Edmonton. Both players have the same amount of points. They've built their goals and assists and points differently so far this season, but I think it's great. It's a wonderful place to be and a wonderful game to cover.
So it's Edmonton and Chicago, the 5-4-3 Edmonton Oilers taking on the 5-4-2 Chicago Blackhawks. Gene, we're looking forward to seeing you on HNIC tonight.
Yeah, go Jays, go.
Let's go Jays.